Anderson says, we'll try to chase 399 in 60 overs. Duckett comes out and says, Bazball deserves credit for giant stun. McCullum, if India gets 600 ahead, we're going to try and chase it. Are the Indian players living in a very hyped Bazball bubble? Asks Yash Sanap. What have you got to say, Michael Vaughan?
Oh, I think sometimes their interviews are amusing because they do say things that ultimately that they think they believe it, but they can't believe some of the things that they're saying. Jimmy Anderson saying we'll chase down, whatever in 60 overs. Baz McCullum saying they'll chase down 600. It's just not possible. The history of the game tells you that. Ben Duckett saying England deserve the credit for the way that Jaiswal's playing because he's playing in a similar fashion. Well, there has been quite a few players in the history of the game play the kind of aggressive way in Sehwag, Gilchrist, Viv Richards. There's a list of universe boss. There's quite a few that have hit the ball out of the ground in Test match cricket. So they've just got to be careful that they're not becoming a team that looks and sounds just a little bit smug. It's all about winning. It's about at the end of the series who lifts the trophy. And ultimately, in the last year and a half, England drew in New Zealand, played good cricket, but they drew against Australia, made mistakes in that second test at Lords, which they didn't learn from this week because it was a similar situation with Ashwin on day 3. They didn't learn from that. They've lost this week, so the 2-1 down in India. Very difficult to win the last 2 in Indian conditions. We know that. Possibly not going to lift the trophy in this series. So that's 3 big series that they've not lifted a trophy. They'll say they're going to win the last 2 test matches, and they've got to believe that. I don't think they can. Prove me wrong. But ultimately, it's about lifting that trophy. And when you get to 40, 50 years of age, and Ben Stokes will get to that age, and it's in 10 or 15 years' time, he'll be in the pubs and people are saying, oh, what about your kit? Oh, yeah, brilliant, Bazball, fantastic, loved it. But you didn't win many trophies. And all right, it's all right winning in Pakistan and winning at home against South Africa. But ultimately, you do get judged about the big series, and it's India, Australia in this era, New Zealand away. They're the really big series that you have to try and win. And so far, this Bazball approach has been brilliant to watch. It's exciting. Even when they play like they did today, I still sit and I'm glued because it is exciting cricket. But they've not learned from some of the mistakes of the last 12 months. And if they don't learn quickly, and if they don't learn in the next few days and play that little bit differently in Ranchi and try and bat that little bit longer in the first innings, just a little bit more conventional, a little bit more sensibly, a bit more common sense, they'll get blown away yet again. Even if they bat first, DK, I worry if they bat first, they still get blown away because batting with the way that they bat at the minute, which is so high risk against this world-class bowling attack in these conditions, I just don't think they'll get a big enough score in the first innings unless they just go down in the gears and play the ebb and flow of Test match cricket, which is, by the way, yesterday, Jaiswal, he was 18 off 50 off deliveries in the second innings. So he gave himself a chance just to get in, and then he started to expand, which is exactly what a modern player can do. So I don't think they're getting overly hyped because it's we in the media, you, me, we call it Bazball. I don't think they have kind of triggered this this headline name. It's not them that have created the Bazball name. It's us in the media and people outside of the bubble. So it's not them that's saying the Bazball, but some of their interviews, DK, I have to say, I chuckle and laugh because they don't make a great deal of sense, some of the things that they're saying.